welcome to 974 Live. My name is Alma and I'm here with...
This is G. Valentino. We are luckily joined today by the former ambassador of Panama to Qatar. He's a writer, he's a lawyer, he's an all-round good guy as well. It's Ambassador Oreste Del Rio Sandoval. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for that introduction. I will add something if you allow me.
No problem.
He's a friend. He's a brother, maybe, if you want.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you, Oreste.
Okay, so first we're going to play a small game. So what happens here is we say 5 words, and the first word that comes to your mind against our word, you just say it. Just real quick.
Whoa, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, that wasn't...
I know. Yeah.
All
I
right,
know.
you start?
You want me to start?
Yeah, I want you to start.
Not ladies first? Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Ambassador.
Connecting countries, regions, and people. Wow, this is more than one word, sorry.
Okay.
That's okay.
It's from my heart.
June the 5th, 2017.
Challenge.
Panama.
Bridge of the Americas.
Nice. Qatar.
My home.
Oreste Del Rio Sandoval.
Ambassador.
Habla Yota.
Law.
Public policy.
Discipline.
Imperative.
Charity.
Helping others.
Maria.
My love.
Oh, mi amor.
Mi amor.
Aw.
She's over there.
Yeah, she's right there, guys. 974 Live.
Best broadcast in the world.
Yes.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
Like that. We like
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so you guys, we have our questions here ready. I don't even need to say that. You can go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, question number 1. You were appointed as ambassador a few days before the blockade. What was going through your mind when the news was announced, and what was your reaction to the situation?
Well, I will be very honest. First of all, I think I had the same emotion that everybody went through. It was being in shock. I was in shock. I was reacting natural. I was afraid. I didn't know why that was happening. I started receiving calls from hundreds of Panamanians we have here. I remember I received a call from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Panama asking me from where that came from, what was happening in Qatar. And at that point, in that moment, came to my mind something else. I was thinking that 10 days before of that day, I was just giving my credential to His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. Habla. Now I have some questions for you.
Okay.
I imagine do you have a role model, right?
Yes.
Tell me, who is your role model?
Other than my mom, Sheikha Morgan.
Done. G. Valentino.
G. Valentino.
Who is your role model?
Is this the part where I'm supposed to arrest the...
Thank you, bro. Please don't say anyone I pay you for that.
That's a tough question, man. I don't want to say the name, but someone who was heavily involved in my childhood.
Perfect. Well, at that moment, that day, I was remembering that 10 days before, I was giving my credentials to His Highness, Sheikh Tamim. And I remember when I walked in his office, first thing he told me was, I heard you are the youngest ambassador in the history of Qatar. I don't know if I'm still, but
At that time, it was true.
that time I was the youngest ambassador, and I look at him And I told him, I'm sure you are the youngest leader in the world, right? So we were laughing a bit. And who will guess that 10 days after we will be involved in a massive situation like that one? So I was afraid, as I said. I was in shock, as all the people. But I remember that maybe 2 or 3 hours later, that moment, I received a call from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Qatar, letting me know that they were managing the situation, letting me know that everything was under control, letting me know that there was no reason to be afraid, to be nervous. And that was exactly what I shared with my people. And just maybe 24 hours, no more than 48 hours later, as you know, everything was under control. Until today. We are living in a place that, despite the size of the country, I would say we, if you allow me, we show them, and I will not say whom, but we show them what we are capable of. And that shows you that under the leadership of someone as Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, should I say Tamim Al Masht, maybe? With the people he is surrounded, very capable, very smart, very trustable, and with the support of the people of the country, and not only the people of the country, the expats, the residents, the workers, everybody, they were able and they are able to manage the situation and to send a strong message to the world. The size of the country is nothing compared with the size of your heart and the strength of your thoughts. This is what I want to answer here.
Yeah,
That was such a heavy answer.
Sorry for me, but this is
the way you explained it. It made us like relive, like literally, like how your experience was. It was very powerful. So thank you for sharing that.
no, please, and to I remember I asked you about your role model.
Yes, I love her.
Remember I asked you about your role model. I think it's obvious that my role model is Sheikh Tamim.
I mean, I was going to ask you that. Yes.
It's Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani.
And I mean, you have the right to have him as a role model, inshallah.
Yeah. Now, since that moment, I start trying to learn all I can from his leadership, his wise. So probably you remember that in 2013, when His Highness assumed as the Emir of Qatar, I think just also same, like maybe between 3, no more than 5 days later, the Arab Spring starts. 4 or 5 days after he became Emir. So imagine that he managed that situation. He needs to face the problem and be one of the parts that were trying to find a solution at that time. And now, 3 years before, in 2017, he was facing a problem like this one, a situation like this one, when people that you call your brothers do something like that to you and your people. Yeah, so because of this, he became my role model. There is a lot to learn.
You've met him a few times, right?
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Who's taller?
This is an amazing question.
Because honestly...
This is an amazing question, you know? I will tell you why. I remember when I presented my credentials that May 2017, I was here in the place that Habla is. It was my dear friend, Ambassador Pasquale Salzano from Italy. Was here. Here was my friend Michaelis from Cyprus. Okay. There was my friend, the ambassador of Tanzania. You were in the embassy of Tanzania some days ago.
Yeah,
you see,
right.
I'm your fan, bro. I'm looking your Instagram all the time.
Wow.
And over there was my friend, ambassador of Nepal.
Okay.
So my friend Pasquale, who is is an amazing ambassador. He was one of my masters, I would say, and ambassador Michaelis. They were, studying, because you need to study. You have few minutes to talk with His Highness. He is a very busy man. You can understand, but even he's so busy, he always find the time to give you all his concentration, his focus on you, and he's asking about your country, etc. And we were studying, right? So I was thinking, okay, I will talk about the Panama Canal, I will talk about a flight between Panama and Qatar, I will speak about the World Cup 2022, inshallah Panama will participate, oh my God, I will speak about the economic growth, I will speak blah, 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 blah. The moment I came in and I look at him, I told him, you are so tall.
Because Oreste, you're not a small guy, like you're a tall guy as well.
I'm 186.
Okay.
186.
So when you saw him,
he is taller than me. He's taller than me. I just thought like, wow, you are really tall. And then he looked at me and he was like, yeah. So then he told me, I heard you are the youngest ambassador. I told him you are the youngest leader in the world for sure. Then we spoke about Panama. We spoke about. I had the chance to talk about it. Yeah, I did it. But at the end, and this is something also really amazing from him. He's such a humble person, such a human being. I remember again. I was in shock for the how tall he is. So I was next to him, for the picture, and I was like, so I told him like, you know what, His Highness? He said, yeah. I said, we can maybe start a basketball team. And he said like, oh, well, I like tennis and football. So I was like, okay, forget the basketball team. And that's it. This is how, maybe another leader will not even laugh. They are so protocolar sometimes.
Not so humble.
But His Highness, and not only him, his family, his entire family. And after them, the Qataris. I was appointed before in another country.
Oh, really?
From the GCC. I will not mention which one, but it's in the book. It's in the book. Buy the book. No. But it's in the book.
I got my copy.
You can have it. But it's in the book. And
not the same.
Those countries, they are also, of course, it's something from the GCC, let's say. They are very friendly countries, all of them. But in Qatar there is something really, really special. They are the best hosts. Most probably they are in the top of the 5 friendly countries in the world. I'm sure of that. I can sign this statement, and I will put them in the number 1 for sure.
Did you put that in the book?
Yeah, I will be the model.
Initial it, please. Okay, so do we move on to the next question? Okay, so moving on from that to something very special to a lot of us women. You got married in Qatar, right? And you guys were wearing traditional Qatari clothes.
Yeah.
How did you decide, and why did you decide? And I want to hear all about that celebration and how you guys got married and how you guys met. She's, mashallah, she's so wonderful and she's so beautiful. I understand why, but I just want to know more about it.
Well, I will share with you the short, long story. In fact, we met in 2018, December 2018. I asked her to marry me in February 2019. Wow. So that's
2 months, right?
Exactly 2 months and 12 days maybe?
Oh, sure.
After 2 months, for sure.
I'm taking notes.
After that, she was, by the way, it's very important to mention that she was living in Turkey because her father was the director of Pro Mexico. It's an office to promote Mexico as a country for investment, etc. So she was there, and she was also finishing a master's degree in Turkey. By the way, she speaks Turkey. I barely speak English and barely speak Spanish, but she even speaks Turkish, so I'm sure she will learn Arabic soon.
Do you speak Arabic?
Me?
Yes.
I just look Arabic. But I don't speak Arabic yet.
Yeah.
Inshallah, one day soon.
You guys can take courses together.
I really need to.
Yeah.
We really need to. So,
We won't go into details, but Oreste is very good at learning languages very quickly. But that's another story for another time.
Yeah. Well, maybe not that fast because I'm here still,
No.
struggling a little bit.
From what you told me, it was exceptional. But yeah, sorry. Carry on.
No. So I remember she was living in Turkey.
Okay.
So, but that time, her parents were finishing their duties as a diplomat in Turkey, Istanbul, and she was about to finish her master's degree. So it was either she came to Doha or she came back to Mexico.
Okay.
We are speaking more than 13,000 kilometers from Mexico to Doha, right? So in that moment, I was completely sure that she was the person that I was looking for 30-something years. I was
The
30.
youngest ambassador.
In that moment, I was already 36 years old. But I just, I invite her to come visit Doha. She came with her mother, I remember, and they both loved the country as all the people that visit Doha. So at that time, when I realized she was in love as me of this country, I remember I was ready to ask her.
You guys, are you guys hearing this? Do you guys hear what he's saying? I'm glad you guys need to learn. All right, G, are you listening? G, are you listening?
I didn't quite catch that.
No, you guys listen, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's my English. It's my English, difficult to understand.
2.5 months he proposed. He knew she's the one. He went after her and he got her and he proposed. That was fast for you.
I will say that in that moment, our idea, and I will be completely honest, was that her could come, start working, but we will. For that time, we knew that we want to be together. So why wait?
Sorry.
So we just decide to get married, and we were thinking to do it at the end of the year, on December 2019. But the situations come in a way that because also from my side, I was about to finish my duties as ambassador. So it was probably the moment to come back to Panama. So we just talk and we decide to do it in Qatar because there is a country that we love. This is a country where we have so many friends, and this is a country that we want to keep in the memory of our hearts as the place that unites us as a marriage. So it's very funny because I was with this when it was just a draft. I came to the Ministry of Culture, the Ministry of Culture and Sport, and I was having a meeting with His Excellency Saleh bin Ghanim Al Ali, the Ministry of Culture. So I was showing him this book. What happened?
That's the way you're saying it.
Sala? Should I say again?
No, it's
no,
good,
it's
it's
good,
good, it's good, it's good.
Sure. Well, I was with His Excellency and I showed him the book, and he liked the idea. He said that it will be nice if we publish the book. I went to the ministry because I didn't want to pass over anyone. I didn't want to commit any mistake. I want to accomplish, because of respect with all the institutions and authority, showing them what I have. So he was happy, and he told me, okay, I think we should have another meeting next week. So I told him, next week I can't, Your Excellency. He said, oh really, are you busy? I said, yes, next week I'm getting married. So he said, really? Oh, so you are traveling to Panama? I said, no, in fact I'm getting married here. So he said, really? I said, yeah. So he said, he said, and I will be very honest also, after that conversation, His Excellency, he came up with the idea to celebrate a traditional Qatari wedding. He said, like, what do you think if we celebrate a Qatari wedding? I said, mashallah. Of course. That is an amazing idea. I remember I called Maria Fernanda and she was super happy. Our families were really, really happy. That was an amazing opportunity also to show our people. You know, she's from Mexico, I'm from Panama. We are Latin Americans. It was also a kind of idea of the idea I had with the book, to show our people what Qatar is. Mm-hmm. So with the Qatari wedding, we were also not showing us only the love we have for this country, but also how much we respect their traditions, that we became part of this amazing tradition, the beautiful of this country, and then to show them how is to get married under the Qatari traditional clothing. So this is where I come from. In the beginning I had one wedding. It was the civil wedding with the ambassador of Panama, but he was the ambassador of Panama in a neighbor country.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The law said that we should travel to that country to get married in the consulate.
Okay.
But we really want to get married here. So I asked the president of Panama, and they gave us a special permission to get married in
You wanted
Qatar.
it so bad. You really, really wanted it, and you made it happen.
We got married, we were so happy, and the next day we did our Qatari wedding. Okay. In the beginning, in the first one, we're only family and very, very, very close friends, like some ambassadors that were there. But then in the Qatari wedding, that was huge. We had more than 200 people there.
Tell us about that ceremony.
Oh my God, it was amazing. You know why? Because all the time we are inviting to the weddings of our friends in Qatar, right? Yes. So I remember I was practicing all the time the sword dance. So I was trying to learn how to do it properly, and happened that it will be in my wedding. So yeah. So you know what was also something really beautiful and amazing? We had the chance to share with that wedding that we have in the same place the wedding, the woman wedding and the men's wedding. In the same place. In the same place, okay. But one next to the other.
Yes, different halls.
Different, not even different halls, because was in Dar. I don't know if I am if I will pronounce properly the name of the park, because I need to practice my Arabic. But it's Dal Al Haman Park in front of Tower Mall. We were there. We celebrated our wedding there. Yeah, and we were next to each other, and I remember that men could see how the women were celebrating, and women can see how men were celebrating.
Yeah.
So it was something really, really touchable, something really strong, we were celebrating in the country we love, with the people we love, with the friends we love, our love.
Yeah.
So that was something very, very special, something that we will have in our history forever. And we had also different authorities, of course. We were with more than 50 ambassadors there, so it was really nice, really nice. Really amazing moment. And something that also I want to highlight, after that was before Ramadan. So in the beginning of Ramadan, every year, all the people have the chance to go with His Highness and to regard him because of the celebration of the start of the Ramadan. Mm-hmm. So we went. I came there as an ambassador. So when I was about to greeting His Highness, I remember that moment as if it was yesterday. I was about to give him the hand, and you always have a phrase, is Ramadan Mubarak, right?
Yes,
Ramadan Mubarak.
That's right.
Ramadan Mubarak. So when you are about to shake the hand of His Highness, you are always nervous. This is something never changed. Never. When you will shake the hands of His Highness, you are always nervous because such an authority, such a person.
When you shake the hand. Like
Yeah.
this.
So yeah. So I was practicing. You are walking and you are practicing Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Kareem. So in that moment, when I was about to say Ramadan Kareem, he came and he started saying, "Congratulations for your wedding," and I was in shock, like. It's like he started laughing, and he told me, "How is her? She like Qatar?" I told him, "Yes, she loves the country. Thank you very much, His Highness, for everything." So he was part of that. I know she will want me to say something, because she's not sitting here right now, but at the same time she was with Sheikh Mosa and Sheikh Hind in the palace. So at that time they do pretty much the same. They greetings, Her Highness. So for that time, when she was shaking hands with Her Highness, Sheikh Mosa, same. Sheikh Mosa told her,
Really?
and she was speaking about the dress, the red dress you can see in the pictures my wife was wearing. So this is something that I also need to say. When I was about to walk, His Highness told me, "Let me tell you something." I said, "Yes." He said, "You look very Qatari." Wearing the Qatari top.
Yeah.
So imagine that. I was so happy. So I am really sad, because at that time I should speak Arabic already. But I need to do something.
Everything takes its time. I'll tell you something funny. Before you came, I swear to God, I've been practicing your name like, Oreste, right? Like we were setting up the whole studio, and I'm like an hour before, and then I say it wrong. I'm like, Oreste? They're like, Habla. It's Oreste. So you're sitting next to me, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh. He comes in, he's like, "Do you know how to pronounce his name?" I'm like, and I say it wrong.
No, but
so I apologize.
No, don't worry.
I was also nervous.
Look, Habla, I'm used to people call me Oreste, like my friend Mikhail's the ambassador of Cyprus. He always told me Oreste.
I called someone that knows you actually before you came.
Oh,
I'm
really?
like, "Dude, how do you pronounce his name? Hurry up, he's about to be here." He's like, "Oreste." I'm like, "What? Why?"
Yeah, Ambassador Mikhail is always telling me Oreste. So one friend I have from Turkey, he told me Oresto. Some people call me Areste. So it's either how people want to call you sometimes. But yeah, the pronunciation you are doing perfectly is Oreste. Thank you so much.
Oreste.
My mother will be very happy when she realizes you are pronouncing properly my name.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, mommy.
Right.
Okay, so yeah.
Moving on, question 3. We want to get more into the book, Warriors in Times of Sacrifice. Because obviously we know, well, I know, when the book came out or when you started drafting the book or creating the book. So just share for the audience a little bit more about the story behind this.
This was part of my reaction, first of all, to the blockade.
Yeah.
After to see how Qatar manage the situation, how they control the situation, how they empower the people to not be afraid, and instead of that, be brave and work together, hard work to do what Qatar is and to build what Qatar is now, a country that have the #1 airline in the world to start with, the country who will be the host of the 2022 World Cup, and I'm sure it will be the best one, and the country who is keeping growing, not only in economy but in culture, education, and not only that, the country who is not keeping all these benefits for themselves, the country who is sharing what they have with the world. So I think being ambassador is not only about the bilateral relations of the country. I think #1, when you are ambassador, you are, and you have, with all the respect of my ambassadors' friends, you are only officially the representative of the government and your country. But all of us, we are ambassadors. Everyone. If I ask you, Abla, from where are you? You tell me UK, right? You are from UK?
No, I'm Egyptian American, but okay.
Oh, you are Egyptian? I'm sorry.
UK.
G is UK,
yes.
Egyptian American. I look Egyptian, by the way,
I know.
right?
And my friend also told me that before you came. He's like, by
Right?
the way, he looks Egyptian. Yes.
Look I like Mohammed Salah?
Not
Maybe
Salah.
maybe if I let my hair grow, I will look like him.
Shaved it off, so.
I need to practice football a little bit. But we all are ambassadors. So at the end, what is the duties of an ambassador? Yeah, we have a lot of duties, for sure. But one of the things that I learned from Qatar is the legacy. You need to write a legacy, not only for your family, not only for your friends, not only for yourself. You need to write a legacy to share with the others. So as Qatar were writing a strong legacy with all these situations and with what Qatar is from the beginning, the history of Qatar, I decided to write a book. From that moment, I said, I need to share with my people in Latin America who sadly, and I am saying sadly, maybe unfortunately, we don't know as much we should about this amazing country. And even about the GCC. Sometimes distance, despite the tools we have with the social media right now, we keep using the distance as an excuse to not learn from other countries. So this is my gift, my humble gift to my people, and my way to honor and to say thank you to His Highness and the people of Qatar for being so kind with me and my family, the family I start here in this country.
It's so loving how much love and passion he has to Qatar. Like, he's just so full of passion for Qatar. It's beautiful.
And this is something that I'm sure you both have too, and this is something that I'm sure the 3 million people that are living in this country feel.
I also love Qatar. Qatar is my home.
It's part of the reason we started the show as well.
Exactly, 974, right?
Exactly, to celebrate what we have here.
974.
We do actually, we want to make our show international. And this is why a lot of it is in English, is because you're sharing your stories about what you accomplished in Qatar. And we want to let the story out because let's say like in the States, they don't understand a lot about the Gulf or Arabic country. They always think of deserts or camels. They never actually understand, no, there's will, there's power, there's passion, there's work. There's so much you can do out here, and that's why I love Qatar with all my heart.
Yeah.
I have a question. Is this
the arch? Yes.
Yes.
This is the arch. In reading in as we read in Spanish is the 5, 6, 17 arch. If you read it in English, it's 6, 5, 17, right? But I think they call it 5, 6, 17.
That's the one that's.
Yeah, this is they building because as a commemorative statue for the blockade to.
So it has a meaning to it.
Of course, a strong one.
What does it mean?
So I noticed that the cover is very colorful, and I see the bridge and everything. Can you tell us more about this cover?
For sure, and thank you very much for this question. It's very important for me and even for my country, I would say. The design of the book was made for the most, I would say, number one, the most important artist of Panama, the most prominent painter in my country. Her name is Olga Sinclair. She is mentioned in Forbes magazine as one of the 5 most influential, one of the 50 most influential Latin American women.
Wow.
And she made the design of the book. Other thing that make me feel really proud of what we did is that I had the honor to have in the book the foreword by Dr. Mehram Kamrava from Georgetown University. He is a writer with more than 40 books. He is a specialist, most probably the number one specialist of Middle East, and he is the director of the Department of International Relations in Georgetown University, Qatar. So he made the foreword, and I was about to start laughing because I remember the moment I went to Georgetown to speak with Dr. Kamrava to ask him if he gave me the honor to make the foreword. And you know, he's so busy, he's so clever, and he read maybe 5 to 6 pages and he told me, I will do it. And still I could stand up and start jumping just to celebrate again. To have this foreword from him and this cover from the artist Olga Sinclair. In fact, the name of the book, as you see, is Warriors in Times of Sacrifice. Yes. Warriors in Times of Sacrifice is the feeling I have when I see how His Highness Sheikh Tamim, all the different authorities, the people of Qatar, the expats living here, how we face this challenge with brave and with so much discipline. After that, Warriors in Times of Sacrifice is a part of the national anthem of Qatar.
Okay.
They said in the choir, they said, we are doves in times of peace and we are warriors in times of sacrifice. Wow. So this is in the blood of Qataris. Resilience,
very nice.
Hard work, discipline, organization, teach the world how to face challenges and to create opportunities. And Master Sinclair, she also draw the monument. This monument, you may know, I don't know if it's showing in the camera, probably this one, is the monument commemorative for the 5th of June of 2017 is the date of the blockade. So the colors of the book represent something, as Master Sinclair told me. This is the sunset in Qatar. The color of the colors of the dunes. I mean, this is how a magnificent artist feels Qatar. So she represents with the colors something that comes to her memory when she was painting. The color of the sunset, the color of the sand, the color of the ocean, and of course the color of the proud of the people of Qatar. She called this frame, and you can see it here,
Doves in times of peace. Doves in times of peace.
Dove in times of peace. I just told you that in the national anthem they said we are
Doves in times of peace. Yeah.
and warriors in times of sacrifice.
Very nice.
And this is the book about to
Amazing. There's so much meaning from the front to the back. Wow. Seriously?
somehow.
Thanks for sharing us.
Yes, thank you
Sharing.
so much.
No,
Thanks for my
thank you
coffee.
for giving me this amazing opportunity and this space to share with all your of the people that are following you 974 live. And let me tell you something. I am a big fan.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yes, I do.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I do. And let me tell you something on behalf of your fans. I am the president of the fans club. Thank you for exist. You are doing an amazing job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciation sometimes actually that makes us go forward and motivates us, you know, because sometimes it's not easy.
You are
Sometimes.
you are definitely inspiring people.
Thank you so
And I watch your chapter with. I'm very bad with names, but he was here from Kava Coffee.
Yes,
Ahmed.
Ahmed Al Kawari, he was here, and also, of course, my friend, my advisor, my brother, Said Al Hamdan.
Yes, yes.
I saw that you will have another good friend, Khalif Al Haroum, soon. I saw it
Yes.
in your stories.
It's in the kitchen now.
Yes.
Another process. Yes.
Perfect.
Thank you
Perfect.
so
That's
much.
perfect.
It really means a lot to us, especially coming from someone as respected as you are. And really, it's a blessing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so on to the next question. Before being an ambassador, you were a lawyer in Panama. Tell us about your work, and do you miss practicing law?
Well, that's an amazing question. I am still lawyer, in fact. I graduate. I had my graduation 15 years back,
Okay.
and I was practicing my career in Panama since 2000. I don't know, 2007 probably. But after that, I had different opportunities. In fact, before to being ambassador, as I said, I was working in another embassy in the GCC
Yes.
as a deputy head of mission. But before that, I was working in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Panama as Director General of Economic International Relations. And before that, I was also a Director General for Foreign Policies in Panama. So from that, I would say I love international relations. I always love to have the chance to promote exchanges, not only in politics. I really strongly believe that the first thing we need to learn to exchange is culture. You need to know. You really need to get to know the people you are working with before to start speaking about any other topic. So I was there working in those positions, but yes, I missed to the legal practice. I knew I will be lawyer since I was 5 years old. Imagine that. In the kindergarten, my teacher, they used to do in Panama at least a small graduation for children when they are in kindergarten, right?
Yes.
It's kind of pushing, like keep studying, kid, or something. So I remember they asked me what I want to be when I will grow, and they gave me 3 options. So the number 1, I said I want to be a veterinarian until I met the blood. Not anymore.
Don't like blood.
Number 2, I want to be a lawyer. We managed to keep that one.
Yeah.
And number 3,
President.
no. In fact, I in that moment I want to be Batman.
Batman. that worked or it didn't work? We don't know. That one?
No, but I like to dress black still, you know. But nah, it's quite impossible. Yeah,
Not a
no.
lot of time.
But I managed at least to keep one of the options. So no, I want to be a lawyer, and yeah, I love the practicing of laws. Not that much the criminal topic, but the commercial affairs.
Nice.
This is something I really like to do. I was in my country when I was in the lawyer firm. I was in charge of all the international clients, and then after I became in all the positions I mentioned related with international relations, I had I remember once we were talking about, and for that moment I was saying that one day I will finish my master degree. I was taking in Spain, so I just finished my master degree.
Oh, congratulations.
1 week and a half here in Qatar because it was on distance. They managed in the university to allow students to defend the thesis by virtual,
yes.
to not make any
That's easier, right?
commercial stop to any brand.
Yeah.
Start with C. So we finished the master degree that way, and now I had a master in public policies in defense and security. I think this is something that we also need to start working in Latin America. We have different geostrategical and geopolitical movements, so we need to do the adjustments because, for example, in Panama and the Central America, we are having movements from the north to the south, and from the south we are having some movement from there to the center, and we are exactly in the center. My country is the one who unify the 2 Americas, South America and North America. Because of this, we are the bridge of the America. And because of that, I also start now working and studying, trying to get more into everything related with international issues. So I think combining this with my career,
Yes.
we can manage
It will help, yes.
to promote,
It goes hand in hand.
to promote policies, international public policies to help to manage our societies.
You got a hard job. Your job is hard.
Well, I would say now with the tools that the connection we have with the social media, if we manage to use these tools in the best way,
Yes.
we can really build something good and strong.
Definitely.
The social media are the buildings we have right now to connect easily, the way to connect regions and countries.
So tell us about your charity or foundation that you build in Panama.
Okay. You said my complete name when we start, right?
So,
Is
Oreste Del Rio
Sandoval.
Sandoval.
and the name of my foundation is OD
ODRS. Right?
Foundation. Yes. So what do you think it means? The name of the
Organizational.
foundation.
Do you know this already,
Discipline.
or are you guessing? What's happening? I'm missing something here. What's happening?
Organizational discipline. RS. What's RS?
S.
Yes.
I will give you just 3 seconds to think.
I can't. I won't wait.
This is something related with help others, help each other. Okay, solidarity.
Okay.
Solidarity.
Yes.
So is organization,
Yes.
discipline,
Yes.
responsibility,
Yes.
and solidarity.
Yes.
We create this foundation, ODRS, in 2015. In fact, I was working since I was 19 in altruism because of my mother. She is a nurse, so she knows in the first line what is to attend people who really need in the hospital. She's working since I born, 38 years old, in the hospital in urgency, and she always tried to inspire us to help. So I was working in another organization since I was 19 years old, but when I moved out of the country, I can't manage to stay working with that organization because I will be out of the country, right? So my idea, and this is a dream I had since I was 6, no, just kidding, since I was 10 in fact, but no, again, kidding. But since I was very young, I have the dream one day to create something to help people, because the truth is that I am someone as much of million and million of people that comes from humble origins, right? So we know that the most important thing is education. So because of this, my dream was, if one day I have the chance to help kids or teenagers that doesn't have the same bless that I have with a mother, like the one who provide me with education, I need to do something if I reach a position to help. So when I was promoting to work in the foreign service of my country, I wasn't used to receive the salary I start receiving. It was a good salary, I would say. You know, diplomats, we have a good salary sometimes. Not anymore, I'm not ambassador anymore. But before, when I had this salary, I thought that with that part of my salary that I start receiving, I can use it for something better. So I managed to create the foundation, to ask some volunteers that were able to help me with that idea and to share, and those who share with me the same dream, to put part of my salary, and I managed to create the foundation and supporting with part of my salary to help kids and teenagers, providing them some tools of education. We start that in Panama, and now I'm very proud to say that we are already working in some other countries of Latin America. In fact, we have a part of the foundation now working in Argentina since 2018. In fact, my wife and I, we were in Argentina in February, before all this situation becomes what it is right now. 2 years ago in 2018, I was there with the foundation, and I gave them my promise that I will come back and Yes,
Man of the word.
we did.
He keeps his word.
We did, and God gave me the chance to came back, and we did. I also I was very motivated to travel because I were about to meet one kid I met in 2018 that burned with 7 months. He was undernutrition. We helped him, his family, and now he's an amazing, beautiful kid, 3 years, and guess what is his name?
What's his name?
Oreste.
Yeah. So I traveled to Argentina in Cordoba to meet my dear friend Oreste. Now I'm the good father of Oreste, but a good father, not like the one of the movies, okay? And then
But you're the godfather?
yeah, I'm the godfather, and I'm the international godfather.
Yes.
So I managed also to present my book in Argentina. Now we are trying to start a new role in the foundation. I try to put myself as an example. Some people come sometimes, some kids come sometimes, some teenagers come sometimes, and they told you, I'm sorry, I cannot do it. I didn't burn rich, I have no money, I have no opportunities. And yes, I can understand that if you don't have the blessing of the mother I had, maybe it will be difficult for you. But this is why our foundation tried to give you an opportunity if we can. Now I don't remain the same salary I used to, but Alhamdulillah, now we count with the support of some people and companies that they believe in what we are doing, and they are supporting the foundation from Argentina, from Panama, and Mexico, of course. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. So this is what we are doing now with the pandemic. Well, we are managing to provide them with masks and sanitizers as much we can. It's still humble, but I think you always should give as much we can. If it's small for you, it's huge for them.
Yes, I mean to that. People save all their money or spend their money on brands and a lot of different things. But something like what you're saying is really people need to actually let that word out. Like, you guys, you can go help other people. Like, you don't have to keep all your money for yourself. You can help the kids that don't have food to eat. You can help the orphans. You can help disabled kids. And anyways, I was crying if I continue talking about this.
You know, but
Very
one of the things I really like to share when I am delivering speeches or something is that I put myself as the example that you naturally will commit mistakes. That you, as a human being, sometimes will not reach what you are thinking or what you are wanted in the moment you want. But if you keep working, if you keep your goal, one day you will reach that place. And I always tell this teenagers or kids, like, I mean, sometimes I got bad grades in the school. I wasn't the smartest in the classroom.
It happens.
I learned English when I was 34 years old. And because of this, my English is so bad, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're just
But I learned English when I was 34. And some people used to say, oh no, if I didn't learn when I was kid, it will be impossible to do it right now. No, you can. If I manage to do it, I swear you can, because
It's the mindset, it's the determination.
yes.
We can't choose the situations that we come from, but definitely we can have a big impact on the output or the destination or the places that we end up in. So.
One of the days I remember the most, Habla, was one day I was having a lunch with this guy next to me.
First time we met properly.
My God.
We sat down properly.
He is such a guru.
This is,
You know? He was like, and you know, with that voice, you know, Like,
Wow.
hey,
Yeah,
Oreste,
boys.
June. I was like, oh, I need to do more. I need to do more.
Yeah.
And I'm bet you, I will go out after we finish, and I will be recharged from your beautiful energy.
Thank
You
you so
both.
much.
Thank you so much again, and all the team for inviting me. This is an amazing experience and a great opportunity. Thank you. You are a privilege for me in my life, and I really appreciate what you are doing, sharing with the people of the globe through this broadcast what we have in Qatar.
Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing that, and really means a lot to us because not a lot of people understand what we're doing, but thank you.
I hope I understood.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Okay. Oreste, my dear friend, my brother. What do you think Latin American countries have to offer Qatar in terms of business and trade? Because we know there's a lot they can offer in terms of culture, the warmth of the people, many different things, but specifically for our audience in terms of business and trade.
Latin America.
Yeah.
If my friend Eumelio Caballero, the ambassador of Cuba,
I like that name.
were
Right,
here,
right.
and most probably he will watch this because he and his wife, my adoptive mother, Gloria, they love everything related with digital, virtual innovation, so they will love this. So if Eumelio were here, they would say, not only Latin America, my friend, Latin America and the Caribbean.
And the
Because he's from Cuba, right?
Yeah.
So I would say that from Latin America and the Caribbean, we have so many things. We have, in all the ecosystems you can think, we have something. We have for the tourism, starting with, we have in the Caribbean, again, we have in Panama, we have in Mexico, we have in the south, in so many countries, Brazil, Chile, etc. But, and we have, of course, we have human sources. We have so much human resources. We have agriculture. We have services. Services, for example, Panama. You heard about the Panama Canal.
Yeah.
We are providing with this service since 1914. We are working, providing the best services for ships crossing from the Caribbean to the Pacific, from the Pacific to the Caribbean. So maybe the question should be what we don't have.
Would be a quicker answer.
No, we have everything, and we are honored to mention that already Qatar Airways start different flights to Latin America. In fact, we have Qatar Airways has a flight to Sao Paulo, and then to Argentina. This is also there is also a cargo flight to Ecuador. Then this cargo flight that does a stop in Panama, and I am very sure that very soon we will hear about more flights from Latin America, because one of the things I remember, and I'm sure His Highness is committed with this, to make stronger the relations between our regions. He is not only thinking in countries. His thoughts are to grow the relation between regions. And this is something, again, amazing of his kind of mind.
Nice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to wrap it up, and I don't want to wrap it up, but I got to wrap it up, or else I'm going to start rapping. Just kidding.
Habla the rapper, nice.
Alright guys, so we're going to wrap this up. Thank you so much, Oreste, for coming to our show. It was a blessing. We've really enjoyed and learned a lot from you. And you're so humble, by the way, and we really appreciate that. I mean, someone as highly as you, and you're just so cool, and you like to help and provide to others. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.
No, really. Thank you so much. Habla G, the team, and all of you. If you finish all the video, thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me. It's such a privilege to be here, as I said. And anytime. I hope we can keep meeting here or any other place. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And congratulations.